I know it's been a minute. Because my niece has some words for me. I mean, well, she already have no words for me, but she had to come on while I had been uploading. So hi Jess, we missed you, especially me, my babysitter. But here's a video for you. But here's a video for you to watch. Maybe not for you, but one of mine that you can watch. As for everyone else, welcome to my channel. I'm Tevia. Hi, how are you? Let me know in the comments. Motherhood, right? My sister put me on game. Like, she laid it down. She was real, she was raw, and she told me what was good. But there were some things she didn't let me know that I wish I knew. So I'm about to put y'all on game. I'm about to break it down. Trust me, motherhood is hard, but knowing these things will make it a tiny bit easier, just a tiny bit. But believe me, they'll help you. They will really help you. If you have a vaginal birth, if you give birth vaginally, right, and you happen to take, if so happens, right, when you go to the toilet, when you go to pee, bring a bottle with you, fill it up with some water, and pour it over yourself as you're peeing. And when you're finished, pat. Do not wipe. I cannot stress that enough. Do not wipe, pat. Don't listen to me and go ahead and wipe. You're gonna come back to this video and be like, I should have listened. If you don't want to do that, go ahead and just take your bottoms off, step in the shower, get the shower head, and put over your bits whilst you're peeing. Because listen, I wiped, and the pain that followed wasn't a good one. It wasn't a good one at all. See, now I kind of maybe remember the midwife saying something to me, but I had been in labor for almost 15 hours, so I couldn't really remember. I know she said pelvic floor exercises and something else, but I was tired. So for your sake, pat and do not wipe. Along with that, right, that first shit after birth, right, feels like you're in labor all over again. Like, you're gonna be like, is a child coming out of my ass? I don't have any advice for this. I don't know what to do to ease this pain, but just be ready, because it's gonna feel like you're shitting out a whole baby. Like that first number 2 it's not great. TMI, but I suffer with constipation anyway, so the two mixed together was not fun at all. But from one sister to another, just be ready, okay? Be ready. And along those lines of pooing, right, consistency matters. Like, chance to go number 2, right, and I'd be like, okay, this is this color, this is that color, and then it's runny, then it's not so runny. Let me just put your mind at ease. The very first one is going to be like tar, it's going to be black, but then it's yellow, green, brown, like changes colors. And I didn't think poo is like, I needed to know, but like it literally, like, it kind of mind boggled me. I was like, why do I care about the consistency of his poo? But then it kind of tells you what's going on with them, because obviously they can't talk, so you're gonna be checking that diaper like motherhood is great, but it's hard. Breastfeeding is hard. So I knew from the very beginning, from I was like 3 months, that I wanted to breastfeed, right? Come on, if you happen to hear a noise, Chance has woken up from his nap. But I already want to knock this video out the way, because I've been trying to record it for 3 days. It's my 3rd time trying to record this. Breastfeeding, right? So I knew from I was about 3 months that I wanted to breastfeed. No questions asked. Like, I didn't even buy formula, because I knew I was gonna breastfeed. I was confident. I was like, yes, I'm about to do this. It's hard. I had mastitis. I didn't even know there was such thing. I remember calling 111, like, what do I do? Like, they hurt. No milk was coming out. Obviously I had blocked milk ducts. It's hard. And the thing is, there is support around it, but because I had severe social anxiety, I never went for that support. They have a lot of breastfeeding groups, different leaflets, lots of different things, but once again, I never sought that support. So if it's in your area, please do seek it and you want to breastfeed. It is a great start for your child, and if you choose to do formula, fine. But if you want to breastfeed and you're finding it difficult, do speak to a midwife, health visitor, GP, someone, because it is worth it. Breast milk is like none other. Your breast milk actually, how do I explain it? It kind of changes. It adapts to what your child's needs. So as they get older, it creates more nutrients. If they're sick, it creates antibodies. It is actually great. So if you do wish to breastfeed and you're having trouble, then please seek the help. So this one, right, this is like immediately after birth, the blood that will follow. So I asked my sister, and she was like, yeah, you know, straight after. I was like, cool. But what she didn't tell me was how much. Like, it was a lot. And for those of you that don't know, breastfeeding, wow, sorry. You can bleed up to 6 weeks after giving birth. I stopped at about 3, maybe 4, but it was a lot of blood. I mean, I say it was a lot, but I guess I'm comparing that to my usual menstrual cycle. Obviously you lose a lot less during your menstrual cycle. My advice is to get a lot of maternity pads, and possibly even Always Discreet. They're basically Always panties, but they are pads. Like they're full panties, full knickers, but they're pad. They've got an inbuilt pad basically, and it will definitely help you. I mean, you could also get like the linings for the bed. They did give me a lot of lining when I was in hospital, because I got up to go shower after giving birth, and like the bed was full of blood. So you can get those for home if your flow is a little bit heavier. Temporary insanity. Okay, so Chad's little head is peeking. So I used to hear Chance crying all the time. I would get up to go make lunch or have a shower, and I would hear Chance crying, and I'd run back to the room to check on Chance, and he was asleep. And I'd be like, what? I'd be in the shower. My room is right next to the shower, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, let me hurry up and get out, go check on Chance. He's knocked out. Ask any mom, they'll tell you this. You go temporarily insane because you hear babies crying all the time. Like, you won't even have your child with you. Your child won't even be home or wherever you are, and you will hear baby crying. No advice, but just get ready, because you're gonna hear babies crying all the time. Because that's fun. Mommy brain is a real thing. I remember when I was pregnant, all my coworkers used to be like, oh, you have mommy brain. I used to get stuff so much, and I usually have an immaculate memory, and I used to forget things so much. And like, it's a real thing to this day. My memory is short. Like, I don't know what it is in pregnancy that messes with your memory, but it truly does. I now have like 5 or 6 books out with stuff written down. I have 2 boards. I have a whiteboard and a cork board, because I forget everything. Like, I have a book right here because I literally forget everything, and I actually love notebooks anyway. But words for wise, just either get you some books, a whiteboard, something, your phone, just to like jot things down they need to remember, appointments, anything, because believe me, you'll think, oh yeah, I'm gonna remember, and the day comes and you're like, oh damn, I was supposed to do something today, but I don't remember what it was. So for future reference, you know, get you a little diary or something. Louise, listen. Okay, so Chess is playing with a pack of crisps, so that's where the plastic noise is coming from. So when I was pregnant and shopping for clothes, right, I was like, my sister, what do I need, how much do I need? And she sent me a whole list. Baby, come, get mommy, get mommy, dress some, get mommy, mommy give you some. Hashtag motherhood. So my sister sent me a long list of everything that I needed, right? And I was alright, cool. But what she didn't tell me was the amount of washing. He was like, oh, you might need X amount, but you know, if you got a washer at home, then you can get a little less because you can wash them more frequently. So I was alright, cool. I used to wash like 3 or 4 days a week out of 7 with just me and Chance. I mean, these days I probably wash 2 days a week, but like the amount of washing I changed my sheet I think 3 times in 24 hours. Jakia, I know you're watching this, comment down below. Remember when Chance was having some problems going to the toilet and he went all over my bed, and I had just changed the sheet before that, and let me know how many times it was. I think it was 2 or 3 times in less than 24 hours, and I had to change his clothes because he went all over his clothes too. Just be prepared for the washing. On that note, get you some really good fabric conditioner and soap for the baby's clothes. Obviously you have to wash your clothes before you put them on them, because you never know what's going to react to their skin. And when you're getting the softeners and soap and stuff, be mindful, because even that can break them out as well. But just be prepared for the washing. Just have a whole separate basket just for the baby stuff, because you'll be wanting the same 3 clothes for like 3 days, and then your baby's basket will be full. So just be ready. I'm just saying. On a more serious note, I mean, I'm being serious with all of these, but like on a more heartfelt note, no one tells you how hard it is to leave them. I remember leaving Chance for the first time, having extreme separation anxiety, and he was with one of my really good friends. Like, I love this girl like family, and the night before I dropped him off, I was bawling my eyes out, crying, like sitting there hugging him, like crying my eyes out. And I dropped him off still crying, left him still crying, and he was perfectly fine. Like, I knew he was going to be fine, because if I didn't think he was going to be fine, I wouldn't have dropped him off. But like, no one tells you how hard it is to leave them. I mean, no one tells you like that's your life. Like, they can't do anything for themselves, so essentially they are your life. You do everything for them. And obviously you're not working. If you choose to go back to work early, then obviously you're working. But I mean, the time you are home, it's just kid 24/7, baby. So that child becomes your life. So leaving them is kind of like, what am I gonna do? Like, are they okay? Like, it's always in the back of your head. Not even in the back of your head, it's like right here, like, you don't go nowhere. And last but not least, how fast they grow up. People actually did tell me this, and I didn't take heed, but they grow up so quickly. I remember giving birth to Chance like it was yesterday, doing a bogle and a birthing suite. I had a hilarious labor. I still need to record that video, but I remember it like it was yesterday. Like, and now he's 13.5 months, and I'm like, where has the time gone? Like, we was at the baby clinic today, and we saw a baby who was like 3-4 weeks old. I was like, why is my baby so big? I have so many pictures and videos of Chance. Like, I bombard people with the videos of him because I'm always recording, always taking pictures, and people are like, oh, don't live through your camera, which is true, but I want to cherish those memories. I want to still have them, and I want Chance to be able to look back and see what he was like as a baby or as a toddler, because I don't have anything from when I was young because of whatever had happened. But I want Chance to be able to look back and say, you know, I have this, I did this, we did this, and all of that. But do take a lot of pictures and videos and cherish that time with them. Don't rush them to go older so they can sleep through the night, because I used to do that. Just enjoy the sleepless nights. I know that's hard to say or hard to come to terms with, but just enjoy every aspect of it, because once they're old enough to do everything for themselves, you'll be like, oh. It's okay. You're gonna be like, oh, my baby's all grown up. But yeah, that's it, guys. So all you expectant moms, I hope I gave you some information that no one told you, because a lot of the things I talk about are a bit taboo. If you are a mom, then you took a trip down memory lane. Please give this video a thumbs up if you took a trip down memory lane or you got some information you didn't know. Please share this video with an expectant mom, because believe me, she'll thank you, because no one talks about these things, because as I said, they're taboo. So do that, and leave a comment down below of something you wish someone told you when you were pregnant or when you were expecting. And until next time. Oh wait, my piece.